And welcome. Today, the Nordic Prime Ministers have met with Prime Minister of India for the third meeting in the Nordic-Indian context. I've been very happy to host Prime Minister Modi here in Oslo. And today we've had a good meeting and a good discussions on topics on the international agenda. I think this meeting is a manifestation of what a more unpredictable world really needs. More cooperation and collaboration between democracies that, despite differences in geography and size and history, have common approach to how we take on the big issues of our times. We've had important discussions on global security, economic cooperation, and the growing geopolitical challenges that we all face, Nordic and countries and India. We have focused on support for international law, a rule-based order that needs also reforms and progress, and also emphasizing the need for a just and lasting peace in Ukraine and finding a way diplomatically on the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. We have discussed security, trade, and how to deepen our economic relations after we all have now free trade deals between EFTA countries and India, and the European Union and India. So in a time marked by wars in Europe and the Middle East, huge challenges in the supply chains, in energy markets, we really need to have to step up our voice, speak out at the right occasions, and today has given us a good opportunity to unite around positions we can take forward together and in different fora. Thank you for all of you for being here, and Prime Minister Modi, the floor is yours.
सभी नॉर्डिक देशों के लीडर्स, डेलीगेट्स, मीडिया के साथियों, आप सबको मेरा नमस्कार। आज तीसरे इंडिया नॉर्डिक समिट में भाग लेने पर मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है। सबसे पहले मैं नॉर्वे के प्राइम मिनिस्टर का इस समिट का आयोजन करने के लिए हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। मैं सभी नॉर्डिक लीडर्स का भी यहाँ स्वागत करता हूं। डेमोक्रेसी, रूल ऑफ लॉ और मल्टीलेटरलिज्म के प्रति हमारी साझा प्रतिबद्धता हमें नेचुरल पार्टनर्स बनाती है और टेक्नोलॉजी और सस्टेनेबिलिटी में हमारी शेयर्ड प्रायोरिटीज हमारे संबंधों को अवसरों से भर देती है। इसलिए 8 वर्ष पहले हमने नॉर्डिक देशों के साथ अपने संबंधों को ऊर्जा और गति देने के लिए इस फॉर्मेट का गठन किया। फ्रेंड्स, मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि पिछले कुछ वर्षों में हमने अपने संबंधों में विशेष प्रगति की है। 10 वर्षों में हमारा बायलैटरल ट्रेड लगभग 4 गुना बढ़ा है। नॉर्डिक देशों के इन्वेस्टमेंट फंड भी भारत की रैपिड ग्रोथ में अहम साझेदार बन रहे हैं। पिछले 1 दशक में नॉर्डिक देशों से भारत में निवेश में लगभग 200% की बढ़ोतरी हुई है। तेजी से बढ़ते ट्रेड एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट ने भारत की ग्रोथ स्टोरी में तो योगदान दिया ही है, साथ ही नॉर्डिक देशों की अर्थव्यवस्थाओं में भी बहुत सकारात्मक भूमिका निभाई है और हजारों नए जॉब्स क्रिएट किए हैं। इस मजबूत नींव पर अपने संबंधों को नेक्स्ट लेवल पर ले जाने के लिए हमने हाल ही में कुछ महत्वपूर्ण पहल की है। फ्रेंड्स, अक्टूबर 2025 से नॉर्वे, आइसलैंड और अन्य एफ्टा देशों के साथ हमने ट्रेड एंड इकोनॉमिक पार्टनरशिप एग्रीमेंट लागू किया और कुछ ही महीने पहले हमने भारत यूरोपियन यूनियन फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट किया, जिसमें डेनमार्क, फिनलैंड और स्वीडन भी भागीदार है। इन महत्वाकांक्षी ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट से हम भारत और नॉर्डिक देशों के साथ संबंधों में एक नए स्वर्णिम युग की शुरुआत करने जा रहे हैं। फ्रेंड्स, आज हमने भारत और नॉर्डिक संबंधों को ग्रीन टेक्नोलॉजी एंड इनोवेशन स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप का स्वरूप देने का निर्णय लिया है। इस ग्रीन टेक्नोलॉजी पार्टनरशिप से हम आइसलैंड की जियोथर्मल और फिशरीज, नॉर्वे की ब्लू इकोनॉमी और आर्कटिक और सभी नॉर्डिक देशों की मैरीटाइम और सेंसिटिविटी में एक्सपर्टीज को, सस्टेनेबिलिटी की एक्सपर्टीज को भारत के स्केल के साथ जोड़कर पूरे विश्व के लिए एक बेहतर भविष्य सुनिश्चित करेंगे। और हमारे बीच इस यूनिक स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप के गठन से हम स्वीडन की एडवांस मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और डिफेंस, फिनलैंड की टेलीकॉम और डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी और डेनमार्क की साइबर सिक्योरिटी और हेल्थ टेक को भारत के टैलेंट के साथ जोड़कर पूरे विश्व के लिए ट्रस्टेड सॉल्यूशंस डेवलप करेंगे। फ्रेंड्स, भारत नॉर्डिक साझेदारी का एक महत्वपूर्ण स्तंभ हमारे व्यापक रिसर्च और इनोवेशन टाइज भी है। इसे सुदृढ़ करने के लिए हम साथ मिलकर यूनिवर्सिटी, लैब्स और स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम के बीच लिंकेजेज बढ़ाएंगे। हम आर्कटिक और पोलर रिसर्च में अपना सहयोग और गहरा करेंगे और भारत और नॉर्डिक देशों के बीच स्किल डेवलपमेंट और टैलेंट मोबिलिटी के नए अवसर सुनिश्चित करेंगे। फ्रेंड्स, आज हम सब ने मिलकर ग्लोबल इश्यूज पर भी विचार साझा किए। वैश्विक तनाव और संघर्ष के इस दौर में भारत और नॉर्डिक देश साथ मिलकर एक रूल्स बेस्ड ग्लोबल ऑर्डर को बल देते रहेंगे। और यूक्रेन हो या वेस्ट एशिया, हम संघर्ष की शीघ्र समाप्ति और शांति के प्रयासों का समर्थन करते रहेंगे। हम इस बात पर सहमत हैं कि मल्टीलेटरल इंस्टीट्यूशंस का रिफॉर्म आवश्यक भी है और अर्जेंट भी है। और टेररिज्म पर भी हमारा क्लियर और यूनाइटेड स्टैंड है। नो कॉम्प्रोमाइज, नो डबल स्टैंडर्ड्स। योर एक्सेलेंसी, वैसे तो हम सभी अलग अलग भाषाएं बोलते हैं, लेकिन कभी कभी एक शब्द भी हमारी नेचुरल पार्टनरशिप को रेखांकित करने के लिए काफी होता है। आज मैंने कई बार संबंध, इस संबंध शब्द का प्रयोग किया। कई नॉर्डिक भाषाओं में संबंध का शब्द का अर्थ कनेक्शन, रिलेशंस, एक बॉन्ड। हिंदी में भी संबंध का अर्थ यही है। यह केवल शब्दों की समानता नहीं है, यह हमारे विचारों की निकटता को दर्शाता है। आइए हम अपने बीच संबंध को हर क्षेत्र में प्रगाढ़ करें और इंडिया नॉर्डिक पार्टनरशिप को शेयर्ड प्रॉस्पेरिटी, इनोवेशन और सस्टेनेबल फ्यूचर का एक मॉडल बनाए। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, and first of all, thank you, Jonas, for convening this meeting today. All of us standing here on the stage believe in a rule-based world order, and unfortunately, the old world order is changing rapidly, and it's not going in the right direction. And therefore, it is even more important than before that partners who really believes in democracy actually work together. And this is exactly what we have been doing today. It has been 4 years since we had our last India-Nordic summit in Copenhagen. We had a lot to talk about 4 years ago, and we have even more to talk about today. There is this idea growing right now that the middle powers in the world should act together, stick together, work together. We cannot say that India is a middle power. You are one of the biggest powers. It's not very easy to say that the Nordic countries are a middle power because we are too small to be a middle power. But when we are united, the Nordic countries, then we are a middle power. And working together with one of the greatest powers on these very clear ideas and values, I think we can bring stability, prosperity, and unity into a world that is changing rapidly and unfortunately not in the right direction. So we have had discussions today on how to integrate even further India and the Nordic countries, especially when it comes to democracy, AI, new technologies, the green transition, defense and security. And I am very optimistic when it comes to our cooperation, and I think we have agreed today to deepen our cooperation. So let's do that, and let's show the rest of the world that democracies still have the will and also the capability to move forward together. And this is what we have been discussing today. Thank you, Jonas.
The next speaker is the Prime Minister of Sweden, Ulf Kristersson.
Well, thank you so much. Let me first echo Mette and say, Jonas, thank you so much for convening us for this third summit. And Prime Minister, when we met 2 days ago in Sweden together with a big business delegation from Sweden and around Europe, we came back to 3 keywords all the time. It was innovation, it was scale, and it was the importance of long-term, reliable relations. I think these 3 keywords, they are applicable also here today in the Nordic setting. We do appreciate that. So I want to thank you for the excellent cooperation we have and the close partnerships, bilaterally, but also in the Nordic format. We all are convinced and excited about the fact that the new opportunities that the EU-India free trade agreement will bring, both to India and to Europe as a whole. And finally, I think there is a good room for expanding our partnerships in investments, in innovation, in diplomacy, as we talked about today, and also in defense cooperation. So there is a great variety of opportunities that lies before us. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. First, I want to thank you, Jonas, for hosting this summit. With Prime Minister Modi and Nordic colleagues, we discussed the current international order that is characterized by geopolitical shifts, turbulence, and uncertainty. We can expect this uncertainty to continue for the foreseeable future. In these turbulent times, we continue to strengthen partnerships that are based on trust, mutual respect, as well as shared democratic values and interests. The Nordics share many objectives with India. For example, strengthening the rules-based international order and responding to climate change with sustained multilateral action. Today we agreed that Finland will host the next Nordic-India Summit. I also had a good bilateral discussion with Prime Minister Modi. There is a great momentum in our relations. Both President Stubb and I had the pleasure to visit India earlier this year. Earlier this spring, we had established a strategic partnership in digitalization and sustainability. Finland is committed to bring this partnership into concrete actions. These interactions witness the importance and potential that we attach to collaboration with India. With the India-EU Free Trade Agreement, we set the aim of at least doubling the value of trade between India and Finland by 2030. I look forward to continuing collaboration with India bilaterally, in the Nordic context, in the EU and multilaterally. I also wish India the best success in hosting the World Circular Economy Forum this autumn. The forum is a Finnish initiative, and circular economy is one of our key areas of cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you. And I want to start out again by thanking Prime Minister Modi for coming to visit us in this region, and also obviously Prime Minister Störe for hosting us here. I had my first bilateral meeting with Prime Minister Modi this morning, which was a very exciting meeting for us because we have such a good story to tell between these two countries. And I think in today's world, like many have said here, people need a sense of hope that unlike countries in some aspects can come together, that there's a sense of respect between nations, in dialogue, in trade, that we're not feeding a world where we're closing off, but we're opening up to each other. And so I think this summit comes at a very poignant time for us, that we can show that even though we're miles apart as a grouping, as Nordics, from India, but also for a country like Iceland, which is very different in scale and size, there are so many things that tie us together. Obviously on our end, like Prime Minister Modi mentioned, our expertise when it comes to geothermal energy and renewables is something that we are very happy to share, and we know that we are getting things in return. We've seen through the free trade agreements, like Prime Minister Modi addressed, an increase in investment coming from Iceland into India. So there's so many things that we can do together. And I just have to address, I love that word samband. I'm not going to go into depths into other languages here, but this is a purely Icelandic word. You must hear this. This is such a purely Icelandic word, and people will be very devoted to this language, Prime Minister Modi, because this is what people need. They need more samband today. I also want to address just generally the tone that's coming out of this meeting, which is very important. We are obviously leaders in our part of the world as a Nordic group, but having the biggest democracy in the world, the leader of the biggest democracy, address things like climate change and seeing it as something that we need to address for progress, not something that holds us back, is such an important message coming from a leader at this scale today. I think a lot of people are afraid by what we need to do, and here we're harnessing hope, and this is a message that needs to be heard. It's the same with trade and investment, that we're opening up, not closing off. It's the same with finding ways to come together on AI and tech instead of maybe pushing it aside or not wanting to adapt to it, that we have global rules and regulations on it. This is really pushing us to think. And obviously also towards the end, how we talk about multilateralism. Excellent speaking points on the fact that the UN and these big institutions, they're in a way operating on a 20th century model. That's maybe why people are losing trust in them, but that doesn't mean we should put it aside. We need to revamp them. And so these are all hopeful messages that I take out of this meeting, and I look forward to further cooperation. Thank you.
तो ये एक तरीके से जॉइंट स्टेटमेंट इंडिया नॉर्डिक के तीसरे शिखर सम्मेलन के बाद में, और सभी नेताओं ने